Just like last week, we're going to continue to compare characters' points of view. So we're going to be reading a story today and talking about two different characters and their point of view. This is called Skip and Fliss. Skip and Fliss were two happy dolphins. They spent their days playing in the ocean. One day, Fliss spotted a bright orange ring floating on the water. She was curious. Fliss slipped her nose through the ring and jumped up in the air. "Hey, look at me!" Fliss shouted to Skip. "I've got a nose ring." "Mom wouldn't like that," Skip warned. "It could be dangerous." But Fliss was having too much fun. "Don't worry so much, Skip," she laughed. So we're going to stop there for a second. And let's look at these two characters. How does Skip feel about this situation? You probably said that Skip thinks they should be careful and stay away from trouble. It seems like Fliss feels a little bit differently than Skip. You're going to be identifying that later in your assignment. So, Skip says, "Mom would not like that. It could be dangerous." That text evidence supports that he thinks they need to be careful. Skip shook his nose and said, "I'd rather be careful than get into trouble." The next day, Skip and Fliss were playing when Fliss saw something waving in the air. Of course she swam right over to it. But the pretty waving thing was a fishing net. When Fliss swam too close to it, she got her head caught in the ropes. "Help, help!" she cried out. Skip quickly swam to her and started pulling hard on the net. Finally, with one big pull, Fliss wriggled free of the net. "Never again will I put my nose where it doesn't belong," Fliss cried. Fliss still had fun in the sea, but now she stayed away from strange stuff. So I'd like for you to look through this text and find one more key detail that supports Skip's point of view. You might have said that Skip shows through his actions. He shook his nose. By shaking his nose, he's showing he doesn't think this is a good idea. And then his words, "I'd rather be careful than get into trouble." So he's saying he wants to stay away from this trouble. Think about Fliss at the beginning of the story. Think about her actions. Think about what she says and does. And then I want you to think about what happened at the end. It says she's staying away from strange stuff. Is that different from how it was at the beginning? You're going to be answering questions about that in your assignment today.